Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're always running out of time and energy, chasing a version of success that never seems to bring real happiness? Studies show that nearly 77% of people feel burned out at some point in their lives while trying to achieve their goals. But what if the problem isn't that you're not working hard enough, but that you're working on the wrong things? Today, I'm sharing the story of how I completely redefined my approach to life, stopped chasing meaningless metrics of success, and started creating a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. If you've ever felt stuck or like you're running in circles, this video might just change everything. Let's dive in. There was a time in my life when I thought success was about ticking off milestones, getting a promotion, buying a car, reaching a specific income, or even just hearing people say, "Wow, you're doing amazing." And don't get me wrong, those things do feel good for a while. But the reality I faced, and maybe you felt this too, was that the more I achieved, the emptier I felt. The problem with the hustle culture mentality? Hustle culture glorifies being busy, and it's no secret that in today's world, busyness is often mistaken for productivity. I was constantly overwhelmed, juggling endless to-do lists, and felt like I was sprinting on a treadmill going nowhere. I learned the hard way that there's a massive difference between being productive and being effective. Productivity focuses on doing more, while effectiveness focuses on doing the right things. And for a long time, I was busy doing things that didn't truly align with my values or goals. The turning point: defining what truly matters. Everything changed when I asked myself one simple yet profound question. What am I actually working toward? And why? It's a question we often avoid because it forces us to confront our fears, insecurities, and the habits we've built around them. For me, the answer was uncomfortable. I was chasing external validation and living according to a definition of success that wasn't even mine. Once I realized this, I knew it was time to reset. Step 1. Unlearning toxic productivity. One of the first things I did was detox from the idea that success comes from always doing more. I started prioritizing rest, saying no to things that didn't serve me, and letting go of the guilt that came with slowing down. Here's an exercise that helped me. Write down everything you do in a day. Now, divide them into two categories: tasks that align with your long-term goals, and tasks that don't. Eliminate, automate, or delegate as many of the unaligned tasks as possible. This step alone freed up hours of my time and helped me focus on what really mattered. Step 2. Building a foundation of self-awareness. The next step was understanding who I was outside of my achievements. This was uncomfortable but necessary. I started journaling, reflecting on my values, and identifying the activities that brought me genuine joy. A powerful tool I discovered during this time was mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness helped me stay present and truly experience the moments that made life meaningful. Instead of worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, I learned to find gratitude in the present. Step 3. Redefining success on my own terms. This might be the most important step: redefining success. For me, success became less about status and more about the quality of my life. I started asking myself questions like, am I spending enough time with the people I love? Am I taking care of my health, mentally, emotionally, and physically? Am I doing work that feels meaningful? By focusing on these areas, I built a life that felt more balanced and fulfilling. Step 4. Setting clear, meaningful goals. Once I had a clearer vision of what I wanted, I set goals that aligned with my new definition of success. And here's the key: I made them specific, measurable, and flexible. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," I set goals like, exercise for 30 minutes 3 times a week, try a new healthy recipe every weekend. The flexibility part is important, because life happens, and being rigid can lead to unnecessary stress. Step 5. Creating systems for long-term change. Goals are great, but systems are better. A goal is the destination, while a system is the process that gets you there. I focused on building habits and routines that supported my new lifestyle. Here's an example of a system I implemented. Every Sunday, I do a 15-minute weekly reset where I, review the past week's wins and challenges, plan out my top 3 priorities for the upcoming week, Step 6. Embracing growth and letting go of perfection. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that progress is more important than perfection. It's okay to fail, take breaks, and change your mind. The goal isn't to have it all figured out. It's to keep learning and growing. Conclusion: building a life you love? Looking back, the journey to where I am now wasn't easy, but it was worth it. By letting go of hustle culture, redefining success, and focusing on what truly matters, I've created a life that feels fulfilling and purposeful. And here's the best part. You can do it too. It starts with small, intentional changes that compound over time. If you're ready to take control of your life, check out my self-care book. It's packed with actionable tips and strategies to help you prioritize yourself and create a life you truly love. You can find it at Beacons AI Isaac Mediadia. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today.